Good evening, everybody, or however you're watching, whenever you're watching, wherever you're watching. Thank you for watching. Live or archive, either way. Welcome to like the video, share the video. If this is your first video watching here on this channel, first podcast, or anything, like I said, that you're watching on this channel, thanks.
General Mills Big G cereals. That's why we say yes to whole grain as our first ingredient.
Sorry about that. Anyways, if this is your first time here to the channel, welcome to check out all the playlists. If you find what you like, beyond the Wrestling Ramble, I do an NFL podcast and other sort of things. Like I said, check out. I think I have 8 to 10 playlists, but this time they're all with purpose playlists than I did before. So, like I said, check them out, view them, like those videos, share, subscribe. More than welcome to. Hopefully, my team is able to join in. Now they should be slowly coming in as this episode starts. You must be busy finishing things up or whatever, getting ready, prepared to be on camera. But either way, I guess we'll just start things off. Me, myself, and I talking WWE over this week. Everything going on. Breaking news today, earlier today. John Cena going to be inducting Kurt Angle into the WWE Hall of Fame, class of 2017. Also want to give a shout out to Lazy Boogie Podcast. We're going to follow them on Twitter, or their show, at Lazy Boogie PC. They will be going live here at 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern, here on YouTube, as well. Lazy Booking Podcast. Also follow each individual team member there as well on Twitter. On the Lazy Boogie Podcast show Twitter handle, it has each individual's Twitter handle for each team member over there. So I would have that in mind, but things are shuffling in and out. How you doing, Raymond? If you want, you can turn my video or mute it. Because I can hear myself echoing, but either way, I don't know, where do we want to start here? There's a lot of news. There's a lot of other things we could start to talk about. I don't know. I know there's things going on Monday Night Raw, more so SmackDown Live. SmackDown Live being the A show. We can start over there. But for right now, I think I'm just going to continue talking about Kurt Angle here because I'm very happy that he's going to Hall of Fame.
Singles competition gimmick.
And they just came pause correctly. See here. Going on from Monday Night Raw. I know Roman Reigns. Right here. Oh, Triple H, Seth Rollins. I know that was the biggest thing for Monday Night Raw. Seth Rollins coming back and making it look like he's 100% ready to go for Wrestlemania. And then they kind of service with Triple H attacking Rollins with his own crutch. Was he really 100% cleared and everything that's happening just for storyline? Or is he not 100% ready to go? And they have him, that he was able to go enough, I guess, and just wasn't. I don't know what exactly it's supposed to mean with that segment. If it means Rollins 100% go and they're able to let him do something on Raw, or the other way where he wasn't, but enough to be unready to do anything, and then they wrote him off TV again. So we're back to where we were. Will they have the match at WrestleMania, Triple H versus Seth Rollins? I hope so. I would want that to be so, but we're certainly going to have to find out if that is the case. So as 2 of my team members are here, I don't know if I'll get the other ones, but as of right now, we have Raymond and Mark Rambo and Raymond. You guys can both. How you doing, Mark?
What is going on, Steve?
Not much. How you doing?
Chilling and killing, bro.
As I was starting to talk about with Monday Night Raw, Triple H and Seth Rollins, what were your thoughts on the segment and really where it could lead to heading into WrestleMania?
Man, that felt so good to finally see Seth Rollins walk. The thing that got me was when he dropped the crutch. I was like, okay, maybe he's just gonna be a little forced and mess around and hurt himself again. And then he somewhat ran to the ring. And he started, punching him. And then he actually landed a drop kick on him. Or somewhat of a drop kick or whatever you want to call it. And at that point, I was like, wow. Is he able to compete at Mania? Because I would love to see that match. And I thought it was a perfect way to end off the show. I loved it. I thought the show period was actually pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Now, do you think with that segment that it meant that he's 100% ready to go and they're just trying to have the disillusion that there might not be a match, or do you think it's the other side of the coin of that he was good enough to go to be able to do some interaction there on Raw with Triple H, but still not 100% yet cleared by the doctors and unknown if that match is going to happen? Which way of the side of the coin do you see yourself, Mark?
Oh, I definitely think he's not 100%, but he's definitely give him a couple of weeks. As they still have about 3 weeks. I believe he'll be fine by then. The ending of Raw was kind of like, okay, did he re-injure his knee again? I don't think he hurt it as bad, but it's possible that he may have done something. But I definitely see him being able to compete in the next couple of weeks. We're not going to see him in the next couple of weeks, probably to the week of Mania. But he's just going to have time to rest. By then, he's probably still going to be, doing his thing, getting his body right. Because I think he's still going to go to Mania, and he's going to go against Triple H, and he's going to be cleared.
Raymond, what are your thoughts on everything?
I definitely feel like the reason they had Triple H do that was, one, to show that he is well enough to at least fight, but also to give him more time to be off camera, you know what I mean? Because once you show that he's fine this early, people kind of expect him to be doing things every single week. But I feel like this was a way to show that he's fine and also get him off for a couple more weeks too. So he still has a little, because they wouldn't have had Triple H beat on his knee if they felt like his knee was still actually really injured.
Right. Yeah.
So this is just to get him off TV so he can really make sure he's 100% for WrestleMania.
So, Raymond, which side of the coin are you leaning on? Do you think we're going to get a match at WrestleMania, or do you think we're just going to get a Seth Rollins calling Triple H out and having a brawl situation at WrestleMania?
I definitely think we're going to get the match. They wouldn't have gone this far if they weren't 100% sure he would be able to be there.
Okay. Yeah, because for me, I don't know. If I had to pick and choose, I probably would say it'd be more of a calling out brawl situation than a match. I mean, I want the match, but if he's not 100% yet, don't risk it. And risk his future. Don't put him into early retirement if he gets injured during the match, whether it's his fault, Triple H's fault, or nobody's fault. Things happen. Beyond that, I would side on the side of caution more so than to rush him back just because we want this match. Just because he missed WrestleMania last year doesn't mean that on that day WWE or even Seth Rollins himself had to put him in this or in a situation where you're risking a lot for not getting as much. Is the risk really as much the reward? I don't know. I would think at this point in time, I think they should let him rest and recuperate and everything to be 100%, because then he'll be able to have that match with Triple H. Maybe not in WrestleMania, but Money in the Bank, the next big pay-per-view. But either way, I think that they should just not have the match at WrestleMania, but we'll certainly see where that one goes. Or WrestleMania, I mean, Monday Night Raw. I started off with Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman, in theory of WrestleMania with relativity, talking about how what happened last week with Brock Lesnar, F5 and Goldberg, making it seem like it was like a death blow to Goldberg, the biggest thing ever. I mean, it was something. It was a great thing to see Goldberg take a bump, but beyond that, it was just simply coming in there, catching him at the wrong time and hitting him with this finishing move. as great as it was, it was still a simple one. It's right. Just want to get you guys' thoughts on the opening segment, Paul Heyman with Brock Lesnar. Mark?
Oh man, it's what you expect from Goldberg. I'm sorry. I meant Brock Lesnar. It's what you expect because Brock Lesnar, we all know, does not talk. You have Paul Heyman for him. Paul Heyman is the guy that hypes up the match, and once again, I believe, in my opinion, he has done it again. He never fails at hyping up a match, and the way he does it, he makes you want to watch it. By that promo or that cut happening in the beginning, it's a clear sign that this isn't going to be a minute match. This is going to be either Goldberg can, stay up there with Brock, or Brock, in my opinion, is possibly going to annihilate him. So it's what you expect. What else do you expect from Paul Heyman?
Yeah.
He's the talker in the duo. But I thought it was cool. It's a nice build up.
Yeah. Raymond?
I will never actually care about Goldberg or Brock Lesnar. They just don't entertain me as much as I would like them to. You know what I mean? I'm gonna watch the match, and I'm sure the match is gonna be fine. But it's just for some reason, those two, they just don't interest me all that much. I don't know why. It's just something about that match just doesn't scream amazing to me.
And the other big thing from Monday Night Raw being the main event with Mick Foley trying to fire Seth McMahon, that was really interesting. I don't know. What do you guys think of that?
That was sick. I thought that was crazy how they did it. Honestly, Mick Foley really just killed that whole thing, in a good way. Because what happened was, I was like, okay, Mick Foley's really getting fired. Is this for real? Knowing that he was having the hip surgery. And then, they're telling him to get the hell up out of the ring. Mick Foley comes over there with the Mandible Claw, Mr. Sacco, and everything. And I'm like, oh crap! But of course, Stephanie being Stephanie, she always has to fuck up everything. So next you know, Seth Rollins comes, and I'm just like, oh snap! This is for real. And the way they played it out was just amazing, bruh. I loved it.
It was funny because I think it was the day after Raw, I watched. I don't know if you guys watch Up Up Down Down ever.
Oh yeah, I'm subscribed to them.
Yeah, but they did the 1 million subscriber special with Stephanie.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so weird because then I went back and watched the segment, and I'm like, she's such a nice person. I can't even. How are you such an unlikable person on TV, but IRL, you're one of the nicest people in the world?
That's what I heard. I heard she was really, really, really nice.
Yeah.
Off screen, but just on screen, she's the devil's child.
Honestly, I love that segment so much, and it's because Foley is legit one of the most passionate promo guys of all time. Every time this guy has a mic and he's really passionate about something, you feel it, and it's crazy. So that segment was basically amazing. And then Triple H just being the great heel that he is with his whole promo was just destroying Foley, and Foley just not backing down. That was the best thing ever.
Mick Foley, when the Samoa Joe thing was crazy. When he was talking about Samoa Joe.
Yeah, Samoa Joe fighting Triple H's battles for him.
Yeah, I was like, oh, shots fired.
I still hope that we get a new Evolution 2.0 with Samoa Joe, Kevin Owens with Triple H. That's really would be interesting. It looks like they're going down that road, but I don't know. We'll certainly see how things unfold.
Possibly.
That's much else really, or at least for me on Raw. Anything else you guys wanted to bring up that happened on Raw that you want to discuss?
Can we discuss how Braun Strowman launched Roman Reigns across the building? What happened? I want to know what the direction is there, because if it's Roman versus Undertaker at WrestleMania, why do they still have Braun knocking him across the building all the way to Africa? Like, why is this happening?
Africa.
He hit him hard, my dude.
Africa.
And I say, honestly, it was just like Roman literally flipped. He did like 3 backflips in the air, hit the floor. But I don't understand why they're still having Braun attack him if clearly going to be Roman versus Undertaker at WrestleMania. What's Braun's role in all this stuff?
I don't know. Maybe just to fuck him up. I don't know. I have no idea.
He does what he wants when he wants and how he wants.
You're gonna get fired.
You're right.
Be fired like AJ Styles over on SmackDown Live.
Talking about SmackDown Live, man. Can't wait till we talk about that. That was wild.
Yeah, and it certainly was AJ Styles Shane McMahon centric, and I guess we can just jump over to SmackDown as we're kind of thinking about it and talking about it. AJ Styles starting off the show, calling out SmackDown Live management, specifically Shane McMahon, but both of them, Shane and Daniel Bryan, justices, and he earned spot taken away from him and all that other stuff. And then middle of the show, AJ Styles ambushes Shane, puts his head through a window there, and it reminded me right away of Kurt Angle and Shane McMahon, the King of the Ring, in their match, where Kurt had to throw him twice to have that son of a bitch break. But which was ironic because Kurt Angle was there backstage in SmackDown during the show. We were taping because he was taping stuff for his or for WWE's WWE Network special or something for the WWE Network that will be shown between now and WrestleMania, I suppose. Because there was also after Raw was they showed the interview or part of the interview with Corey Graves, which will also be shown at some point. So it's just nice to see Kurt Angle back in WWE doing things here and having the special. Like I said, I think it's W24 on the network that there'll be a special of him in his return, kind of like they did for Sting. Kurt Angle met Vince again, and for the first time, talking to Triple H and everything included there. So I'm certainly looking forward to seeing that. But back to SmackDown, AJ Styles. What do you guys thought of SmackDown Live overall and AJ Styles and how that progressed and being the plot A of the whole entire show?
SmackDown Live was live. I know this.
Oh, well, yeah, definitely. Let's just talk about what you just said. SmackDown is always going to be tough. Currently, but I thought this week it was a legitimate ratings war, in my opinion. I thought those two were really going at it with each other. But the whole AJ Styles Shane McMahon thing, I was reading this a couple weeks ago, and I didn't think it would be that good of a match. But the way that they're showing it and they're giving it to us, I'm really interested in seeing it. Same with the Maurice and Miz versus John Cena and Nikki Bella match. I thought it was just complete BS from the moment I heard it. I was like, okay, this is just something to fill up the match card. Something Total Divas related. It was kind of corny and cringy all at the same time. But now that the way that they're showing it, it's like, whoa, Maurice and Nikki Bella calling each other, bitches and stuff. I'm like, whoa, okay, But this is going to be very, very, very interesting. You got Shane doing what he did last year. You have AJ Styles just being the person that he is. I mean, it's a lot of elements in that ring, and I'm excited to see it in Mania. I'm curious to see what they're going to do.
Heyman?
The AJ and Shane thing, did you guys notice that Shane didn't necessarily say he was AJ's opponent at WrestleMania?
True that.
Cut off really abruptly when he said now he does
exactly
WrestleMania. Like, it cut off so quickly, I was like, that doesn't necessarily mean that Shane's his opponent at WrestleMania.
I was thinking about that too. It cut off really quick.
And if you look at they put the clip on the WWE YouTube channel, and that clip is like 20 seconds.
Really?
It's literally like 20 seconds. It says, so AJ says he doesn't have an opponent at WrestleMania. Well, he does now. Cut. And it's gone. I'm like, what?
And I bet you it was like a minute ad, wasn't it?
Yeah, like a minute ad and then a 20
I
seconds.
hate that so much.
So if Shane personally can't do it, because I don't want to see Shane fall off anything, hit anything. He's a dying man. I don't want to see him do anything else. Then maybe, just maybe we'll get that Nakamura match. I'm not like
Oh, I would love to see that.
100% they're probably going to do something like that, but it's wishful thinking, you know?
Yeah, just like me and the wishful thinking of Shane McMahon picking Kurt Angle to be his very good and face AJ Styles at WrestleMania. But yours is more likely of happening than mine. But certainly would be interesting either way to see how it all unfolds. That was the main thing for SmackDown Live. I mean, it was a really good show overall. Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt, against each other. Bray, I would say, just like the New Day, getting old to me. But that's pretty much all that I wish to discover or talk about the show. I mean, it was a good show. I'm not saying it wasn't, but that AJ Styles thing being the main plot, main storyline, main situation, even above the WWE title match right now, in my opinion. Even though Spears has been trying to, stretch things out to WrestleMania for them, for that. But either way, again, like I said about Raw, is there anything that you guys wish to bring up that happened on SmackDown Live that obviously we didn't bring up?
I hope this means we're getting a more dangerous Bray Wyatt, if that makes any sense. After the whole Sister Abigail thing, I hope that this is like Bray's completely lost it. And he's going to be like a darker, more dangerous Bray Wyatt than we've seen recently. And I hope he literally just, even though I love Randy Orton, I hope that match is just like, it's just both of them slaughtering each other. It's just a straight violent match, because that's what we need at WrestleMania. Just one violent match, because we all know Goldberg and Brock. It's going to be violent, but it's going to be Goldberg can't wrestle for more than 3 seconds. Because he can't breathe. He can't breathe. He can't breathe if he runs for 2 seconds. So I hope the Bray versus Orton match is the violent match that we really want at WrestleMania.
Yeah, you never know. They might put a stipulation on the match as we get closer to WrestleMania. We only have a couple of SmackDowns left. I think it's 2 SmackDowns, 2 Raws left. A couple of weeks left till we get to WrestleMania, and I'm looking forward, obviously, to Kurt Angle being inducted. John Cena announced to induct him in the Hall of Fame, but once his music hits for that, because I don't think he's showing up on TV, at least, showing up on SmackDown or Raw for anything. So the first time we'll hear his music again in WWE will be at the Hall of Fame when that happens. For those watching live, and obviously all of us watching on television or however you're watching on WWE Network, that be very happy, very exciting, great moment. And specifically for those live, they're certainly going to be going nuts, roof blowing off, the place. And then at WrestleMania, in the stadium that they're in, open air stadium, and you might not hear it as loud, it might not sound as an ovation as it probably is, but again, Kurt Angle's music hits for the part of the Hall of Fame portion of the show, I mean. That'd be awesome as well. I kind of hope or kind of wish he'd be able, or hope he'd be able to maybe come down to the ring like Austin did when he went to Hall of Fame. And he was driving his ATV to the ring and everything and stuff like that. So it'd be nice to maybe even have Kurt Angle talk a little bit. If he's not going to wrestle at WrestleMania or not going to wrestle at all, and he's just going to be put in the Hall of Fame, it'd be nice to see him do a little bit more. What are you guys' thoughts on that or anticipation for Kurt Angle and others? There are other people part of the class with the Hall of Fame class of 2017.
Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
Well, I definitely think they're going to do something. I mean, they have to. Somebody at that level, like Kurt Angle, who was just I don't know how to even describe him. I was alive to watch him wrestle, but not like Steve, because like Steve, you were in the prime of his career, like where the good shit was happening, real good shit was happening. I was towards the end of his stuff, but just watching him when I did, it was like, whoa, this dude, god damn. But they have to. I feel like he and Stone Cold are definitely at the same level. So if Stone Cold could do something like Rod in there with ATV. Why the hell can't Kurt Angle just say a couple words or something?
He gonna run it.
That's pretty logical. Am I right though?
Yeah.
It's pretty logical. Pretty factual.
Don't you know? He's gonna ride it on the milk carton.
Yeah, have the milk truck again. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Yo, they should have him stand on like a Olympic like podium thing, like the first last place thing. Just let him stand on top of that and give a speech. And instead of giving him a Hall of Fame ring, give him a Hall of Fame medal.
Or just give him a gallon of milk.
It just says Hall of Fame on the milk.
You made it on the milk. That's what it says. You made it.
I'm certainly looking forward to him and DEP as well for the Hall of Fame.
Oh
This
yeah, my
His
man.
induction.
It's me.
It's DDP. My dude.
That's pretty much for Raw and SmackDown. Or at least other news. Like I said, that was breaking news earlier today. John Cena being announced to induct Kurt Angle. Other news really going around are more with TNA, or formerly TNA, now Impact Wrestling. Situation with the Hardy Boys and Rubber Sky on Twitter and sort of situations. They're hearing Chris Masters might be going there and the craziness over there, but I still think it's more of a sinking ship for TNA. One of these years, they probably will be, unfortunately, going out of business. Not that I wish that on them. It seems like that's the course of events and what's probably going to happen over there, which again is just bad. Whether you like the company or not, with the you ever did or not, it still was a place for superstars and wrestlers to go and another avenue, another company than just WWE. Which when TNA does go away, WWE will have a stranglehold on professional wrestling for sure of where people want to go. I mean, yes, there's Ring of Honor, New Japan, and stuff like that, but just WWE being the main one, being the one that truly has a TV show market and being the king, like the worldwide leader in sports, being ESPN. Well, WWE's worldwide leader in professional wrestling. So, whenever that does unfortunately happen, then WWE will even have more of a stranglehold on the corner of the market of professional wrestling or sport entertainment, however you want to distinguish it being. Either way, being on top is certainly good for them, but it's really going to be interesting to see where those wrestlers from Impact Wrestling go after that does happen. But TNA made the bed, now they have the lion, so to speak. But is there anything else of news or notes or anything you guys want to share before we leave?
TNA is one of those things where, like, we've been saying that they're going to go out of business for like 10 years now. For some reason, no matter what people say, TNA somehow finds a way to bounce back in some way, shape, or form. I respect that because literally people have been saying, oh, they're going out of business tomorrow for like 10 years now. And for somehow they're still around. So I hope they stick around because we need something other than WWE. Otherwise, we're all screwed.
Yeah. That's unless New Japan comes over here to the States. New Japan does come on, but it comes on so late because I've watched it before. It was like 11 at night, depending on the time zone. That's the Eastern time, so I don't know what time it is for you guys.
You ever tried to watch a New Japan pay-per-view? It's like 4 a.m. It's like, yeah, catch this pay-per-view at 4 a.m. till 7 a.m. It's like, nah, I'm good.
Exactly. It's like they need to sign a deal with like a TV company here or something.
Yeah.
Do something to get competition up here. Because that means if WWE has no competition, that means, of course, WWE is going to be butt. And we don't like it when WWE is butt. Because WWE doesn't perform when it's butt. That means the ratings are going to drop. That means the fans are going to get upset. Notice how we got all these stars now. And people are like, okay, I'm tuned in to see what happens next. And I'm curious to see what's going to happen at that pay-per-view, knowing that it's those two guys going against each other. So they have all that talent, but they're still bootleg at times. So, so I don't know. You don't know what to expect from them, bro.
It's accurate. It's accurate.
And I also have some news. Did you guys hear about Jim Cornette trying to induct the Rock and Roll Express into the Hall of Fame? If you guys heard of Jim Cornette.
Jim Cornette sucks.
Yeah, I heard about that. Surprising if that does happen because of his relationship or whatever with WWE. I don't know if but I'd be surprised if Vince McMahon allows Jim Cornette to be on his programming. That just say it that way.
Yeah, I feel you, bro.
But we'll certainly see. But if that's all, I guess the end of the episode. Thanks for everybody watching live and those watching archived. We're only a couple of weeks away from Wrestlemania. We'll have a Wrestlemania 33 prediction episode with a plethora of guests. So we're trying to get a full house, talk Wrestlemania predictions and otherwise. Just a bunch of fun and just talking pro wrestling, talking Wrestlemania. It's gonna be a blast when we get to that point. We just have to get to that point. So we have a couple of weeks here on the road to WrestleMania. Then we'll actually get with the WrestleMania predictions, and then obviously after a review everything. As of right now, the prediction of that episode probably will be on the 30th at 8 p.m. Central. But depending on plans or ideas or situations with my team members and others and such like that, it might move to a different date and time. Well, follow me on Twitter at W_podcast. Find out exactly when it'll officially be that show. Because I don't know if I want to have it on that Thursday or I'm going to Saturday or Sunday morning or for the Hall of Fame and whatever. There's so many other options and ideas given to me by others and including my own head that we could do that prediction episode to try to garner the most live viewing, because that's why I do this, to interact with others, the other fans that are pro wrestling fans. If you have a question, leave it on the comment section after this. But while you're watching live, you're always welcome to ask questions, give comments. I make sure to read each and every one of them on air, and then we discuss and go forward. It's always good to interact with people, interact with as many people as we can each episode. But like I said, this episode tonight, short and sweet, and the next one probably will be as well. And the WrestleMania one, I'm probably going to say that it might definitely be going over an hour. Especially if we have the people who I think we're going to have. I mean, you get Raunchy Mikey and Mark Ramble on a show, you're definitely going to be going an hour. So, and then adding on with Raymond and others that be able to make it, we'll certainly be able to have a great show and also a lighthearted fun episode as well when we get to that point. But again, thanks to those watching live and those who watching archives. You can enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a great fun weekend. Whatever you're doing, whether you're going out to the movies, Beauty and the Beast premieres tomorrow night. Now it's opening weekend, so hopefully it does well. I did predict on Collider YouTube channel. Again, you can go to check them out. Collider videos on Twitter and Collider, just search Collider on YouTube. But I was mentioning with them that Marcus and Mark from their show, they're over to Collider. Another guy named Mark that I know now. That his prediction of 200 million for opening weekend, I hope the ante there is probably, I would say 210, 220 million, but we'll certainly see. We'll see how they do. I just think there's so many people that are interested, like me, wanting to see this as possible and be able to have a great opening weekend. And certainly we'll be getting, they'll easily be getting that, if not just the opening weekend, the opening week of viewing. Because if I'm unable to go this weekend, I'm definitely going during the week, sometime here to see it, and then afterwards I will give my review here on this channel, my review of Beauty and the Beast, and I'll be 100% honest. I won't just say that it's awesome and greatest thing ever. If there are some things that I didn't like or plot holes, plot points, then I will bring that up at that time. But heading into it, it looks like it's going to be pretty well. And like I said, certainly see how it is after I do see it and give my thoughts on it afterwards. Welcome to follow Mark Rambo on Twitter at MarkIsRambo.
Yeah, dude.
Yes. But I do see you do change the name frequently.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you keep your hand on.
Very frequent with that.
Yes, I noticed that. And you can follow Raymond on Twitter at _ETR22, I believe. And follow Raunchy Mikey at Raunchy Mikey himself. But as always, take care.
Bye.